Assalamu alaikum everybody. So today and onwards we are going to learn about punctuation marks. But today we are going to learn about full stops, question marks and exclamation marks. But first of all, what is punctuation mark? A punctuation mark is a mark or a sign that is to separate elements of writing such as sentences or phrases. In writing, we use punctuation mark in the sentence to make things easier for a reader to understand. Now let's discuss full stops in detail. A full stop is a punctuation mark that is used to end a sentence. In American English, it is known as a period. They indicate that a point has been made and that we are now ready to move on to the next sentence. Like other punctuation marks, they show us how to read sentences, they show us when the sentence ends. So imagine reading a book where there are no full stops. That's just one really long sentence. So without full stops, it would be difficult to identify where one sentence ends and another sentence begins. The ideas might end up blending together, mixing up the message. That's why it is made easier for the reader and use full stops. So we need to use full stops in our writing to show the reader where the sentence ends. Generally, the full stop should come once a full idea has been expressed. This way, we can move on to expressing the next idea. Full stops are only used to end sentences which are statements, and the sentences which are statements, they are called declarative sentences. So here are the examples: I hope to see you soon, I received your letter. These two sentences are a statement, so we put full stop in the end of a sentence. The other use of full stop is full stops can also be used in abbreviations. What are abbreviations? When a word or a phrase is a group of words and they do not make any sense and they do not contain subject or verb. So when a word or a phrase is made shorter by blending them together or exclude, omit or cut part of them is called abbreviation. If Here are the examples. The party starts at 8 p.m. Now the word post meridum is made shorter by blending them together and it is written as PM. So we put full stop in between PM. So this is also an abbreviation. The second example is Dr. John D. Foster. Now, if the abbreviation comes at the end of a sentence, if the abbreviation comes at the end of a sentence, it usually use a full stop. How? We have got all the party stuffs, cakes, balloons, etc. So whenever the sentence ends with an abbreviation, etc, ie or eg, we put full stop in the end. The other use of full stop is full stops are also used after titles, as in Mr. Richards, Dr. Martin, Mrs. Smith. So Mr., Dr., Mrs., they are titles, so we put full stop after the titles. Full stops are also used in numbers. So whenever there are decimals or numbers in a sentence, we put full stop. Retail sales fell by 1.3% in January. The average price of goods rose by just 2.2%. So here we put full stop in between the numbers. Now let's move on to the question marks. They are also called question mark are also put in interrogative sentences as well. Question marks go at the end of a sentence and they tell us what type of sentence it is. So the first sentence is, would you like a cup of tea? It is a question, so we put question mark in the end of a sentence. Where are you going? Again, it is also a question, so we interrogate, and it is an interrogative sentence, so we put question mark in the end of the sentence. The third punctuation mark is exclamation mark. Exclamation points go at the end of an exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence is one that expresses a strong or forceful emotion such as anger, surprise or joy, happiness, sadness. So here are the examples. Get out of my sight. Careful, that spider is poisonous. What a lovely view you have here. That's fantastic. So these are exclamatory sentences. So we put exclamation mark in the end of the sentences. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. Thank you very much.